Okay, this video is going to take a dive into some specific terminology used throughout RemNote. These are concepts and descriptors. To do this, let's go through a little thought experiment. Imagine that you're a chef and you're speaking to an alien, Meepo, and you want to explain how to make a hamburger. Well, you'd probably start off by listing the main ingredients of a hamburger, like the buns, patty, lettuce, and tomato. Then you might walk through the steps of grilling the patty, cutting the tomato and lettuce before assembling your meal. But Meepo is very foreign and has never heard of any of these ingredients and asks questions like, what's the color of a tomato? What do you use to cut lettuce? And hundreds of other similar questions. You'll of course be able to answer these very quickly, almost instinctively, because you understand this process extremely well. So let's think more closely about how these details are represented in our memory in terms of concepts and descriptors in RemNote. Some concepts we mentioned are hamburger, buns, patty, tomato. They represent concrete ideas, either physically real or conceptual, that can be arranged in a hierarchy where complex concepts are composed of less complex concepts. Hamburger is a concept that is broken down by other concepts, the buns, the patty, and tomato. And the buns are again broken down by other concepts, grain, water, and yeast. On the other hand, descriptors are things that describe concepts. For example, a tomato's descriptors could include the color, size, and taste. They describe everything about a concept, sometimes even using other concepts to describe concepts. And that's the final point about the concept descriptor framework. We think about concepts in terms of how they relate to one another. For instance, we think of using tomatoes as a sauce for spaghetti or sliced for a hamburger. In RemNote, we depict descriptors as children of concepts. And notice the capitalization. Concepts are capitalized and descriptors are shown lowercase. There are two reasons to break down ideas to this level of simplicity. First, it allows us to make very efficient and focused flashcards. As you'll notice, each flashcard you generate will show you the entire hierarchy of the rem. So the more you break down a rem, the more clear your flashcard will become, and you won't have to try to guess what the answer would be. Second is to help us understand very complex ideas at their most basic parts. We can see the big picture from smaller concepts and eventually realize connections between concepts. And we can link these concepts together to expand our understanding of ideas, but we'll cover those possibilities in the following sections. In summary, we think about the world in terms of concepts that are arranged in a hierarchy. Concepts have descriptors that help us understand them at a deeper level. And concepts are related and connected to one another, allowing us to build a rich and associative knowledge base. For another in-depth explanation of this idea, check out the link in the description below. This was a very simple example of concept and descriptors, but the framework works for any ideas you want to break down, from medicine, computer science, history, you name it. Of course, this entire discussion is merely a suggestion on how you might want to use RemNote to make use of its amazing features. You're more than welcome to use it however you wish, but hopefully you gain some value from this video. We'll see you in the next one.